Welcome to episode 29 of Tools in the Hall. There's something in this tool haul I have never seen before. I'm guessing you have never seen it before. I'm going to save the best for last, or am I? And I'll throw it in the middle just to make sure you watch. Let's get to it. First, the old Milwaukee half-inch cordless M18 impact. This is the bad boy. That's the one with 1,400 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. And the nice thing about Milwaukee tools, if you don't know, is most of their tools have 5-year warranties, including that one, and the extended capacity batteries, like the ones that this kit comes with, have 3-year warranties. Far and away, a better warranty than any other pro-grade tool that I know of anyway on the market in that kind of category. And they're very popular as a result. Are you paying more for them? Yes, you are paying more for them. But with that comes peace of mind like none other. 4.5 years into a 5-year warranty, that thing is going to have seen a lot of use, maybe some abuse, and it's covered. No question. So Milwaukee's always great about standing behind their products. I love dealing with them as a result. This is the Ingersoll Rand 119 Max air hammer kit. This is the long barrel kit. The strongest one they've got. And I sell that more than any other air hammer that I have access to. It's the one I always put on the truck because when someone needs an air hammer, chances are they're going to go with the strongest one that's available, and that's that, and that's it. The only other one that I know of that's good quality like this one and strong is the Snap-on one made by Sioux Tools. And I don't know for the cost difference how much that's really worth, because I think the Snap-on one, if one of you guys have bought one, let me know, or if you know what the price is. The last I heard they're around $500, but I'm not sure. This one's $315 on the truck. Comes with a 5-piece bit set. The thing to know about this particular kit is the bit set is not covered under a warranty, but if they break, I can get you replacements that are covered under a lifetime warranty from either Mayhew or Gray Pneumatic or any one of those brands that makes them and covers them. So, you know, for the cost of replacing some bits as you wear them out, it's not generally a problem. It's worth the cost savings up front on the price of this one versus, say, the Snap-on one. The Mako one and Cornwell, I think are both pretty good. I think the Mako is made by Ingersoll, and I forget the Cornwell one. It might be either Aircat or Ingersoll. I think it's an Aircat now that I think of it. Very good quality, no issues there. But when you look at price, what the kit comes with, what the warranty is like, and overall value, that will help hopefully make your purchasing decision. This is the indispensable PowerProbe 3. When somebody says, I need a PowerProbe, this is usually the one they're referring to, even though PowerProbe is a brand name. This is the one that everybody is going to eventually need. I think it's a terrific tool to put in your arsenal for diagnosing stuff. Not necessarily good for someone who's fairly new in the field, but it's going to be one of these tools that you're going to want to get into your box the faster you start working on electrical and start learning how to diagnose stuff. It does only a few functions. It has a voltmeter, and it gives you a readout on the digital display what the voltage is. You can test grounding, continuity, and inject 12-volt power to a component. So it's very easy to do troubleshooting when you're trying to find where the failure point is. You can actuate a window motor, horn, whatever it is, by injecting power at that point and then tracing it back to see if you can still activate that component. And if not, where does the fault lie? You can also do the same thing with continuity. It's great for checking fuses because it beeps and a little light blinks too. So even if you can't exactly see where you are, if it's kind of a blind test, you can listen for it to beep. And it makes diagnosing things much, much quicker and much easier. This puts out 12-volt power when you use it as a power injector. Note that there is a 5-volt step-down adapter that you put on this tool between this probe and the tool, and that will prevent you from frying some of the more delicate electronic subsystems. Can you do damage with this? Yes, you can. So be sure you know how to use it and what application you have for it before you go indiscriminately plugging it in and sticking power on stuff. These are strangely expensive. This is one of those coil-on testers. And when you put the probe on the handle, then it has this little pistol grip style thing. Excuse me when my dog barks. Sorry for the interruption. If it's not dogs or chickens in this house, it's something. The chickens aren't in the house. The dogs are. Let's get back to this. This is the coil-on plug tester. You assemble this by putting the probe into the pistol grip, and then you lay that up against, say, a spark plug, and when there's ignition, it lights up and shows you that you are, in fact, getting spark. These are strangely expensive for some reason. I don't know why they cost so much, but they do. And I haven't sold many of them, but the people who have asked me for them are very glad to get them, and they're happy to spend the price because it makes testing much, much faster. And maybe that's the only reason they're that expensive. I don't know. We got some restocks of some small individual tools. These are the Easy Red 1/4 inch drive ratchets. There's a couple of different versions of this. This is the version that has a flex head on both sides, and on the one end is a square drive. On the other end is a hex receiver with a magnet in the bottom to retain hex bits. How handy is this little guy? Very handy. Regularly stock these because they sell so well. I'm a big fan of a lot of stuff from Easy Red. They make some pretty decent hand tools. They make a really good wrench set that's very popular. I'm not a big fan of their lights. I don't consider those really pro-grade stuff, but they're not expensive, and they'll get you by in a pinch. They don't generally put up with the rigors of the shop environment. If you drop them, they crack. If they're just... But again, you're not paying an arm and a leg for them either. So there might be some value there for you. So when you look at different lights, for example, consider Easy Red, but understand what the limitations there might be. These are the double-jointed, long-reach pliers from Gearwrench. You can see they have a pivot there and a pivot there. Those are the jaws, handles down here. And what this allows you to do is to get a far longer reach into a confined space, because since there's a double joint mechanism here, when you open the handles, the jaw spreads wider relative to the width of the handles. So you can actually get this down into something about that far before the handle width prevents you from getting any farther. And this is a two-piece set. This has a 45-degree tip on one and a straight tip on the other. I don't generally go bragging about these because they are good, but they're not the greatest. But we have one because these come as a bundle deal, and I can do some promotional pricing with these, which is kind of cool. This is the Ingersoll Rand straight air die grinder. Straight ones are not the most popular ones. Most guys generally go for the 90-degree angle one. But these are very reliable with a nice composite housing. They're not going to get too cold on you to hold for a prolonged period. And they have a nice strong motor. But they're pricey. Because I have this one on promotion, I can do bundle deals with this. I can do like a name your price game that I play with guys sometimes on stuff like that. So I have some latitude in how I can price that. Otherwise, I carry the Astro Quick Lock die grinder. You've seen them in some of the other videos that I've done. Those, I think, are not necessarily better quality, but a better form factor, and the pricing is much, much nicer. Shark Industries makes some cutoff wheels. These are just a regular 10-pack set of 3-inch cutoff wheels. Can you use them on a die grinder? You can. Careful, though. They're really intended to be used on a cutoff tool, but a lot of people use them on die grinders. A die grinder is not made specifically for those, so you have to be careful. I recommend using them on a cutoff tool. This is a dual foot Air Chuck from CTA. It's good intermediate length. They do have much longer ones that are used for truck tires and dually tires. This is a really good all-purpose one. Keeps you from having to bend down too much. It's better than those ball truck designs. KTool has a set of straight flute extractors. These are just a regular old set of extractors. Nothing to brag about really, but the pricing on these is better than the pricing on a lot of other ones. They're going to break just like any other one does, so, and they're covered under a lifetime warranty, so I'll replace them. So save yourself the money up front. Buy the one that's less expensive. It's going to function just as well, and when it breaks, you'll still get new ones. Looks like these are off a back order now. For now, anyway. I don't know how long it's going to last, but Astro has this fantastic, incredibly affordable 16-piece punch and chisel set. It has all the most common punches and chisels that you're going to use. Cold chisel, pin punches, center punches, taper punches, and a gauge. This guy is it's only like $38 on the truck. I can't believe how inexpensive these are. Are they top quality? I don't know. They're fine quality. No one's ever given me a broken one, and I sell a lot of these because of the price. You can get much more expensive sets of Mayhew, and I love Mayhew's quality. I would never, ever recommend someone not buy a Mayhew punch or chisel set. But for the price and the cost savings, this is a way to go. And I have sold these to guys that work in general automotive, in high-end shops, that work on custom stuff. For diesel techs, I've sold a bunch of these sets. It seems like everybody buys these, and I've never, ever heard of a problem with any of them. When you need to store your box of gloves, get a magnetic glove/tissue box holder. This one's from KTool. I know Lisle has these, and a bunch of other companies make them. This may very well be the Lisle one, just branded for KTool, because KTool is a third-party brand. They're a private label company, so anything that they sell, they don't manufacture. They've just either contracted this manufacturer from somebody else or has a manufacturer brand it for them. The reason I sell these is because KTool is a brand owned by my largest distributor, a company called Integrated Supply Network. So they offer their own brand of stuff, and because they buy from manufacturers in higher volume, I can generally sell for less than what you'd find on other tool trucks or what you would get these for if they had the manufacturer's names on them sometimes. Oh, here's the long chuck I was talking about. So, like that CTA one with the dual head, this also has a dual head, and this one's 16 inches long. Sorry, lying to you, 12 3/4 inches long. And this is the one that a lot of guys use for the dually tires or large truck tires. It beats having to bend down, stand back up, and bend down, stand back up. Put that thing, it locks on, let it do its thing. Well, I'm sad to report that there's been some damage to this box. This box was inside of another box. So it didn't happen during shipping, this happened in the warehouse. Shame on whoever put this in the box and tried to pawn it off on me. I can't sell it because that's the product package there, that gray color. So I'm not going to put that on the shelf, because just inside of there is the product. Now, there is some foam packing material, but my own standards dictate that I don't put this on the shelf the way it is. Somebody may want to buy it anyway and get a discount on it. I can only offer the discount if my supplier discounts me. Otherwise, I just get a new one and I send this one back. So It's a shame. I hate when that happens because I love getting these on the trucks. This is a Noko GB70 jump box. I like these because for the price, I don't know of any other units that are as light or as powerful. This one has 2,000 peak amp output. It's rated for a 6-liter diesel or an 8-liter gasoline engine. And when you compare these to the jump and carry boxes from Clore, which are also very, very good, these are much, much lighter. I think the 1700 peak amp box from Clore weighs, I don't know how much more than this, significantly more than this. This one has a power bank function so you can charge stuff, has a nice light on it that you can use at night if you need it. And this is good for a lot of charges, and it has some nice lithium ion batteries that they use in this to save on weight and increase the power. And they have different boxes, different sizes. They have some that are so large they'll jump anything up to and including mining equipment, large agricultural equipment. This one is terrific for general purpose use in the shop. If you're going to buy one for yourself to keep at home, you may want to get their smaller GB50, or if you want to throw one, say, in your ATV or your boat or something like that, look at the smaller ones. They have plenty of power for a one-time jump or something like that on those smaller engines. It's hot weather time, and Milwaukee has this Shop Fan. It runs on an 18-volt battery, but it also has a plug-in option, which you don't see very much of on Milwaukee's tools. If they go cordless, they're usually all cordless. I like the idea that they do this because it's a fan. You're going to be setting this up and running it for a long period of time on a constantly running motor. That's going to drain your batteries, so they give you the plug-in option for this. If Milwaukee's listening, and I know you're not, because you don't watch my channel, if you could put a plug-in option on your underhood light, you would have the market cornered in underhood lights. I'm just saying. There's your product suggestion, Milwaukee. You're welcome. All right, here's the thing that I said I was going to maybe not show you last, but I did. Keeps you on your toes. Brake bleeder adapter set. What is this thing? Well, I'm not really sure. I don't know, because I've never seen one of these. I've never seen the brake bleeder that this set goes with. The reason why I'm getting this is because I have a customer who asked me. Oh, I opened it. Nice! It's all falling apart. Okay, let's just pretend like... golly. Actually, I'm glad I'm doing this. It gives me the chance to... put this back the way it needs to be put back. The pieces just fell out of their holders in that blow molded case, but it's a beautiful set. It's got these really nice anodized aluminum adapters in there for all kinds of different applications and different cars. The customer who asked me to buy this for him is getting this along with a 2.5 gallon electric brake bleeder, and I've never seen one of those either in real life, and I don't know what makes those so much better, honestly, than the vacuum ones that are powered by Shop Air from like Mighty Vac. I know there's a significant difference. It's just a complete area of ignorance for me. I have such a knowledge gap in this. I really can't tell you much about it. The bleeder itself won't be coming in for another few weeks, but this is the adapter set for that bleeder. And everything's expensive. This is running $659 for the adapter set. And the brake bleeder set is running, I think, $3,600. And when I told the guy what the price, he asked me to price it out for him. And when I gave him the price, I'm like, it's one of those where it's like, oh, I don't know what the application is. So I price it out having no understanding of what the value is, right? I price it out. His reaction is, oh, that's pretty good. Can you get me one? So for him, it's absolutely worth the price. He says that the time savings he's going to realize from that is huge for him. So he has the exact perfect application for it, and he's willing to spend that money. So it's customers like that that I rely on to give me information and feedback too, because when the product is new for me and I've never seen one, I really love learning about it. Once it comes in, I'm going to check it out. We'll do a video on it. I'll have him explain it to me too so that I can pass along that information. And it also helps me learn what's on the market and what the applications are, so that if other people are interested in getting better, faster, more efficient, whatever, then I have some information for them that they can use. And in fact, when you look at something like this, for the money that the guy's spending between the adapter set and the bleeder, it's a number of thousands of dollars. And what was illustrated very nice in a video that I did with Cass Nichols and Robert Whitley, click up here to see that, because we toured their shop and they talked about the importance of equipment that allows you to do other things while the equipment is doing the job that another person would otherwise do, or you would otherwise do. If you're spending a few $1,000s on a parts cleaner that, like the cabinet style, or a brake bleeder like this, or something that frees you up to then work on other things, that's as good as paying somebody else to do that. Yet at some point, the equipment's going to be paid for and the person won't, because labor costs are ongoing. So it's like hiring a second set of hands to do certain things for you. And there is a return on that investment. You just have to calculate how much that is based on how many times you're going to do that job and how much money would you otherwise be paying either yourself or somebody else to do that, and then figure out from there how long will it take to make all your money back that you spent on the purchase. Usually these things don't take very long, but you'll do that kind of calculation for, say, an AC machine, in this case a brake bleeder machine, a parts cleaning machine, brake lathes, things like this that free up your hands so that you can go work on stuff that you can bill for while the machine is doing the manual labor. I hope this video was informative for you. Thank you so much for hanging in there. And keep watching, because we've got some new and exciting things coming down the line that I really do think you're going to enjoy. I just got into doing some live streams, and I did one a few weeks ago. Check that out if you haven't already. And we have some new air tool videos coming up that'll dive into the repair of an Ingersoll 2181 and an older 231G. So do me a favor. Click down here now to subscribe so that you don't miss any of it. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, use a tool. Don't be one.